Hello aspirants, welcome to IAS by Heart. In the Csat series of YouTube, today we are going to discuss reading comprehension inference based question. Inference also forms one of the important components apart from your assumption. Let's get started. So before going forward, we'll understand what exactly inference is. Inference is nishkash in Hindi, in Telugu and Kannada it is anumiti, and in Tamil it is veetaridal. So it is actually something which is based on the evidence, or it is based on the premises that is given in the passage. Now, what exactly is the definition of the inference? It is the process of using observations and background knowledge or information that is given in the passage, or the evidences that are given in the passage to determine a concluding inference. So this, what is the difference between a conclusion and an inference? Conclusion is usually in the perspective of the author, that is the person who have given the written the passage, but inference is usually in the perspective of the reader, that is us. Going forward, there is usually a confusion between inference and assumption. In order to clear this particular confusion, let's understand the difference between these two. Inference is actually based on the facts. So based on fact 1, 2 and 3, or number of facts, we will get the correct inference answer. Whereas assumption is like something like a missing piece. It is like an unstated premise which actually strengthens the conclusion. So to have a clear understanding of the given topic, let's have a look at the example. So this is a prelims 2021 question. It is certain that seditions, wars and contempt or breaches of laws are not so much to be imputed to the wickedness of the subjects as to the bad state of the dominion. For men are not born fit for citizenship but must be made so. Besides, men's natural passions are everywhere the same if the wickedness more prevails and more offences are committed in one commonwealth than in another. It is certain that the former has neither pursued the end of unity nor framed its laws with sufficient forethought, and that therefore it has failed making quite good its right as a commonwealth. So what exactly is given in this particular passage? It is actually talking that though there is going to be wickedness in among the citizens, though there is going to be some issues normally in citizens, the burden is more on the state to put them in the right path. In fact, it is actually the duty of the state to give good laws and good aspects to ensure the aim of unity and ensure there is lawfulness in the particular dominion. So it is actually saying, though the natural passions of men are same in all the states, the lawfulness actually comes with the impact of the state. So that is actually something which is logically inferred from the passage. Now we have to find the most logical and rational inference for the given passage. Now look at the statement A. Seditions, wars and breaches of laws are inevitable in every dominion. So this particular statement is something which actually strengthens the conclusion. So what exactly is this from the previous video? Yes, this is an assumption. This is something which is unstated in the passage. It is talking about how it is caused, but it is not talking about the state of inevitability of the seditions, wars and breach of law. So this is something which is unstated. So this is, and it also strengthens the conclusion, which makes this particular option A an assumption. So this is not correct. Let's look at the statement B. It is not the people but the sovereign who is responsible for all the problems of any dominion. So in the first statement itself, it is saying the wickedness of the subject is one of the important reason for all these lawlessness, right? So it is also blaming the citizens, but it is saying it is more to blame on the state, right? So this statement is also not correct. So this particular thing, it is saying the burden of the crime is actually on the state, but it is not so as per your passage. So obviously the statement B is also not the correct inference. Let's look at the statement C. That dominion is the best which pursues the aim of unity and has laws for good citizenship. So this is exactly which is given in this particular passage. It is actually saying that whichever dominion is having good laws, there is going to be law of unity or act of unity. So definitely the crimes and other things will come down, and it will actually make a good dominion as well. So this particular statement C also goes in the same line, that dominions is the best which pursues the aim of unity and laws for good citizenship. Yes, so as a particular state which actually promotes a good citizenship is a good state, right? So this is the correct inference for the given passage. And look at the last statement. It is impossible for men to establish a good dominion. That is actually a little bit extreme. So this is not correct. So option C would be the right answer. So let's have a look at another model of this inference based question, and here actually they are asking for the most critical inference. So inference which is going to be critical in nature, which is going to be cursing, or it is going to show the negative aspects of this particular thing, is going to be the critical inference of the particular passage. So let's actually have a look at the passage. Computers are increasingly deal not just with the abstract data like credit card details and databases, but also with the real world of physical objects and vulnerable human bodies. A modern car is a computer on wheels. An aeroplane is a computer on wings. The arrival of the Internet of Things will see the computers baked into everything from the road signals to MRI scan to prosthetics and insulin pumps. There is little evidence that these gadgets will anymore be trustworthy than their desktop counterparts. Hackers have already proved that they can take remote control of internet connected cars and pacemakers. So look at this particular passage. It is actually talking about the cyber security issues, especially with the computers that are integrated to our day-to-day use products, and especially in products like your insulin pumps and prosthetics and other stuff, which is more critical for the life, right? It is actually something which gives medical support to the person who is already in an ailment. Now they are actually saying it is more prone to the cyber attack. Now let's have a look at the statements and find the most critical inference. Computers are not completely safe. Now this is something which is unstated in this particular passage, but this particular thing also strengthens the conclusion. Obviously the statement A is an assumption, so this is an assumption, so definitely this is not the correct answer for the given question. Let's have a look at the second statement. Companies producing the software do not take cyber security seriously. So this can also be an assumption. This is something which is completely out of the line. It is actually not talking anywhere about the companies which are creating these particular products. So this is not correct. Stringent data security laws are needed. So this is also an assumption, right? This is also an assumption. This is not something which is given in the passage. This is not something which is the theme of the passage. Inference is usually the theme of the passage, right? So let's have a look at the statement D. The present trend of the communication technology will affect our lives in the future. So this is exactly what that is given in this particular thing, because of all of these things, what do we infer? Because of the Internet of Things, because of usage of computer or integration of computer and internet into the products which we use day to day life, there is also a threat of cyber security issues as well, right? So that is exactly something which is given in the passage as well. So this is the theme of the passage. This is the critical inference that is in this passage. So D is the correct answer for this question. And also remember, the logical theme and logical crux of the given passage is very close to your inference as well. When you are asked these questions as well, you have to go with the same mode. Inference is usually the theme of the particular passage, and whatever you infer, whatever is in your perspective is always the inference. And this is how you are supposed to solve these questions. And I hope you found this video helpful, and for more such videos, like, share this video and subscribe to IAS by Heart channels. Thank you so much.